This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This reading by Luke Nelson. The Tin Woodman of Oz by Frank L. Baum. Introduction. The Tin Woodman of Oz, a faithful story of the astonishing adventure undertaken by the Tin Woodman, assisted by Woot the Wanderer, Scarecrow of Oz, and Polychrome, the Rainbow's Daughter, by L. Frank Baum, Royal Historian of Oz. This book is dedicated to the son of my son, Frank Eldon Baum. To my readers, I know that some of you have been waiting for this story of the Tin Woodman, because many of my correspondents have asked me, time and time again, whatever became of the pretty Munchkin girl whom Nick Chopper was engaged to marry before the Wicked Witch enchanted his axe and he traded his flesh for tin. I too have wondered what became of her, but until Woot the Wanderer interested himself in the matter, the Tin Woodman knew no more than we did. However, he found her after many thrilling adventures, as you will discover when you have read this story. I am delighted at the continued interest of both young and old in the Oz stories. A learned college professor recently wrote me to ask, "For readers of what age are your books intended?" It puzzled me to answer that properly, until I had looked over some of my letters I had received. One says, "I'm a little boy 5 years old, and I just love your Oz stories. My sister, who is writing this for me, reads me the Oz books, but I wish I could read them myself." Another letter says, "I'm a great girl 13 years old, so you'll be surprised when I tell you that I'm not too old yet for the Oz stories." Here's another letter. "Since I was a young girl, I've never missed getting a Baum book for Christmas. I'm married now, but I'm as eager to get and read the Oz stories as ever." And still another writes, "My good wife and I, both more than 70 years of age, believe that we find more real enjoyment in your Oz books than in any other books we read." Considering these statements, I wrote the college professor that my books are intended for all those whose hearts are young, no matter what their ages may be. I think I am justified in promising that there will be some astonishing revelations about the magic of Oz in my book for 1919. Always your loving and grateful friend, L. Frank Baum, Royal Historian of Oz. Oscott, at Hollywood in California, 1918.
End of the introduction.
This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This reading by Luke Nelson. The Tin Woodman of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Chapter 1. Woot the Wanderer. The Tin Woodman sat on his glittering tin throne in the handsome tin hall of his splendid tin castle in the Winkie country of the Land of Oz. Beside him, in a chair of woven straw, sat his best friend, the Scarecrow of Oz. At times they spoke to one another of curious things they had seen and strange adventures they had known since first they two had met and become comrades. But at times they were silent, for these things had been talked over many times between them, and they found themselves contented in merely being together, speaking now and then a brief sentence to prove they were wide awake and attentive. But then, these two quaint persons never slept. Why should they sleep when they never tired? And now, as the brilliant sun sank low over the Winkie country of Oz, tinting the glistening tin towers and the tin minarets of the tin castle
Sample complete. Ready to continue?